और रॉ रिश्तेदारी के एपिसेंटर कानपुर में। तुम्हारे बिजनौर वाले मयूर मामा, उनको अपनी बेटी की शादी करनी थी, वो यहाँ की। और अब तुम्हारी जम्मू वाली मौसी, उनको बेटी की सगाई करनी है, वो यहाँ पे। ये अवस्थी विला नहीं, अवस्थी धर्मशाला है।
सारे रिश्तेदार पास हैं।
फेल तो एसी का बिल होगा।
पापा, ना आप अपने ससुराल को समझ पाए हो, ना अपने एसी को।
क्या बता?
देखिए, टाइम पर सिर्फ कर्नल मामा आएंगे तो एसी चलाओ 1.5 टन। फिर जब सब आ जाए तो एसी एडजस्ट टू 2 टन। अरे पापा, घबराने की बात नहीं है। दोनों मौसा की पुरानी लड़ाई फिर से एक्टिवेट हो जाएगी, भीड़ उनको मनाने निकल जाएगी। एसी एडजस्ट 1 टन
और सेविंग्स टन।
वोल्टास का महा एडजस्टेबल इन्वर्टर एसी एडजस्ट करे अलग अलग टनेज में, समझे?
हाँ, समझ गए।
गर्मी आई है, किसी ने नाक मुंह सिकोड़ के ये खबर सुनाई है, पर हमें तो इसमें कुछ और ही नजर आता है। इसमें आम, लीची और रंग बिरंगी चुस्की का मजा लिया जाता है। क्रिकेट सीजन सारे मोहल्ले को साथ लाता है। छुट्टियां नानी दादी के घर बुलाती हैं और देर तक गप्पे चलती ही जाती हैं।
आ गए वोल्टास के एसी जैसे फ्रेश एयर कूलर्स, हनीकॉम्ब पैडिंग और स्मार्ट ह्यूमिडिटी कंट्रोलर के साथ इंडिया के चारों कोनों तक ठंडक पहुंचाने।
अब गर्मियों के मजे लो बिना गर्मी के।
वोल्टास बैको
ये 30 दिन तक फ्रूट्स और वेजिटेबल्स
को फ्रेश रखता है और तुमने मान लिया। ऑल दीज क्लेम्स ना आर अनबिलीवेबल। सो इज दिस सैलड बाय द वे, हाँ, सो गुड।
थैंक यू।
एंड वैसे भी 30 दिन की सब्जियां कौन खाता है?
तू।
वोल्टास बेको डुअल कूलिंग रेफ्रिजरेटर की स्टोर फ्रेश टेक्नोलॉजी से सब्जियां 30 दिन तक फ्रेश रह सकती हैं।
I have checked and so have you.
Voltas Beko, tested by real moms.
1, 2 अरे 1 5
चलो साफ कर देते हैं।
वोल्टास बेको वॉशिंग मशीन की अनोखी स्टेन एक्सपर्ट और स्टीम वॉश टेक्नोलॉजी 26 तरह के स्टेन्स आसानी से निकाल सकती है।
Voltas Beko, tested by real moms.
वो कैसी माँ है जैसे सवालों से मैं नहीं घबराती हूँ। माँ कोई खिताब नहीं, एक प्यारा सा किरदार है जैसे मैं बस माँ बनकर निभाती हूँ। कभी प्यार तो कभी अपना गुस्सा जताती हूँ, कभी उलझनों को सुलझाती हूँ तो कभी उनमें खुद उलझ जाती हूँ। कभी अपनों की इच्छाओं को सजाती हूँ तो कभी खुद के लिए दो पल चुराती हूँ। मैं खुद को सब कुछ करने की रेस से आजाद करना चाहती हूँ। कभी सही करने की कोशिश तो कभी गलतियों पर इतराती हूँ। कभी सब्र से काम लेती हूँ तो कभी बिखर भी जाती हूँ। मुझसे भी कोई भूल हो सकती है कि कभी कभी मैं खुद ही भूल जाती हूँ। मैं खुद को हमेशा सही करने की बोझ से आजाद करना चाहती हूँ। सर्वगुण संपन्न का प्रतीक नहीं, अपने अवगुणों को भी खुलकर स्वीकारना चाहती हूँ। मैं खुद को परफेक्शन की उम्मीदों से आजाद करती हूँ।
What drives Voltas? Innovation, state-of-the-art technology, trust, customer delight, changing infrastructure for the better. Our mission of building an efficient tomorrow. It all began with our vision of creating value through smart engineering. Today, Voltas is enhancing the infrastructure across many parts of India, the Middle East and Southeast Asia. Voltas is simplifying lives. With 8,500 plus talented Voltasites. Our fundamental strengths lie in being intuitive and innovative. Spread across 32 regions, present across 3 continents, powered by 4 manufacturing plants, and a brand that is trusted across the world. When our strengths are clubbed with so many skilled minds, smart things happen. Millions of households realized the true meaning of comfort in the last 25 years. 1 out of every 4-room air conditioners sold in India is a Voltas AC. We have customized energy management solutions. We are one of India's leading air cooler brands. We became partners of happiness in the use of home appliances. Driving the cold chain of India. 1 out of every 3 commercial refrigeration products sold in the country is a Voltas product. We provide textiles and fabric solution to 3 out of every 5 Indians. We promote productivity through our mining and construction solutions. And we power over 7,000 villages with our rural electrification capabilities, consistently building an efficient future. We keep sustainability at the center of our actions. Empowering lives. Optimizing our portfolio. Investing in research and development. Reinventing the future. Unleashing the expertise of our people and making a difference to the geographies we serve. Building a more efficient Voltas today for a better and brighter tomorrow. A tomorrow that is inspired for the future.
राव रिश्तेदारी के एपिसेंटर कानपुर में। तुम्हारे बिजनौर वाले मयूर मामा, उनको अपनी बेटी की शादी करनी थी, वो यहाँ की। और अब तुम्हारी जम्मू वाली मौसी, उनको बेटी की सगाई करनी है, वो यहाँ पे। ये अवस्थी विला नहीं, अवस्थी धर्मशाला है।
सारे रिश्तेदार पास हैं।
फेल तो एसी का बिल होगा।
पापा, ना आप अपने ससुराल को समझ पाए हो, ना अपने एसी को।
क्या मतलब?
देखिए, टाइम पर सिर्फ कर्नल मामा आएंगे तो एसी चलाओ 1.5 टन, फिर जब सब आ जाए तो एसी एडजस्ट टू 2 टन। अरे पापा, घबराने की बात नहीं है। दोनों मौसा की पुरानी लड़ाई फिर से एक्टिवेट हो जाएगी, भीड़ उनको मनाने निकल जाएगी। एसी एडजस्ट 1 टन
और सेविंग्स टन।
वोल्टास का माई एडजस्टेबल इन्वर्टर एसी, एडजस्ट करे अलग अलग टनेज में, समझे?
हाँ, समझ गए।
गर्मी आई है, किसी ने नाक मुंह सिकोड़ के ये खबर सुनाई है, पर हमें तो इसमें कुछ और ही नजर आता है। इसमें आम, लीची और रंग बिरंगी चुस्की का मजा लिया जाता है। क्रिकेट सीजन सारे मोहल्ले को साथ लाता है। छुट्टियां नानी दादी के घर बुलाती हैं और देर तक गप्पे चलती ही जाती हैं।
आ गए वोल्टास के एसी जैसे फ्रेश एयर कूलर्स, हनीकॉम्ब पैडिंग और स्मार्ट ह्यूमिडिटी कंट्रोलर के साथ इंडिया के चारों कोनों तक ठंडक पहुंचाने।
अब गर्मियों के मजे लो बिना गर्मी के।
वोल्टास बैको
ये 30 दिन तक फ्रूट्स और
को
वेजिटेबल्स
फ्रेश रखता है। और तुमने मान लिया। ऑल दीज क्लेम्स ना अनबिलीवेबल। सो इज दिस सैलड बाय द वे, हाँ, सो गुड।
थैंक यू।
एंड वैसे भी 30 दिन की सब्जियां कौन खाता है?
तू।
वोल्टास बेको डुअल कूलिंग रेफ्रिजरेटर की स्टोर फ्रेश टेक्नोलॉजी से सब्जियां 30 दिन तक फ्रेश रह सकती हैं।
I have checked and so have you.
Voltas Beko, tested by real moms.
1, 2. अरे 1 5
चलो साफ कर देते हैं।
वोल्टास बेको वॉशिंग मशीन की अनोखी स्टेन एक्सपर्ट और स्टीम वॉश टेक्नोलॉजी 26 तरह के स्टेन्स आसानी से निकाल सकती है।
Voltas Beko, tested by real moms.
वो कैसी माँ है जैसे सवालों से मैं नहीं घबराती हूँ। माँ कोई खिताब नहीं, एक प्यारा सा किरदार है जिसे मैं बस माँ बनकर निभाती हूँ। कभी प्यार तो कभी अपना गुस्सा जताती हूँ, कभी उलझनों को सुलझाती हूँ तो कभी उनमें खुद उलझ जाती हूँ। कभी अपनों की इच्छाओं को सजाती हूँ तो कभी खुद के लिए दो पल चुराती हूँ। मैं खुद को सब कुछ करने की रेस से आजाद करना चाहती हूँ। कभी सही करने की कोशिश तो कभी गलतियों पर इतराती हूँ। कभी सब्र से काम लेती हूँ तो कभी बिखर भी जाती हूँ। मुझसे भी कोई भूल हो सकती है कि कभी कभी मैं खुद ही भूल जाती हूँ। मैं खुद को हमेशा सही करने की बोझ से आजाद करना चाहती हूँ। सर्वगुण संपन्न का प्रतीक नहीं, अपने अवगुणों को भी खुलकर स्वीकारना चाहती हूँ। मैं खुद को परफेक्शन की उम्मीदों से आजाद करती हूँ।
Check, check, check. Mic test. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Mic test. Mic check. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Oh, check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mic test.
What drives Voltas? Innovation, state-of-the-art technology, trust, customer delight, changing infrastructure for the better. Our mission of building an efficient tomorrow. It all began with our vision of creating value through smart engineering. Today, Voltas is enhancing the infrastructure across many parts of India, the Middle East and Southeast Asia. Voltas is simplifying lives with 8,500 plus talented Voltasites. Our fundamental strengths lie in being intuitive and innovative. Spread across 32 regions, present across 3 continents, powered by 4 manufacturing plants, and a brand that is trusted across the world. When our strengths are clubbed with so many skilled minds, smart things happen. Millions of households realized the true meaning of comfort in the last 25 years. 1 out of every 4-room air conditioners sold in India is a Voltas AC. We have customized energy management solutions. We are one of India's leading air cooler brands. We became partners of happiness in the use of home appliances. Driving the cold chain of India, 1 out of every 3 commercial refrigeration products sold in the country is a Voltas product. We provide textiles and fabric solution to 3 out of every 5 Indians. We promote productivity through our mining and construction solutions. And we power over 7,000 villages with our rural electrification capabilities, consistently building an efficient future. We keep sustainability at the center of our actions. Empowering lives. Optimizing our portfolio. Investing in research and development. Reinventing the future. Unleashing the expertise of our people and making a difference to the geographies we serve. Building a more efficient Voltas today for a better and brighter tomorrow. A tomorrow that is inspired for the future.
Good afternoon, shareholders. Trust you and your family are safe and healthy. I am Varun Malhotra, Vice President Taxation, Legal and Company Secretary of Voltas Limited. I welcome you all to the 67th Annual General Meeting of Voltas Limited. Keeping in mind the safety of shareholders and employees of the company in view of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and in compliance with the applicable laws, we are holding this AGM through video conferencing. While most of the shareholders would have now got familiar with the process for participating in the AGM through video conferencing, for the benefit of those shareholders who are first-time participant, I would like to briefly take you through certain procedural and technical points. All shareholders who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode to ensure that there is no disturbance arising from background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. The company has received requests from few shareholders to register them as speakers at the AGM. The shareholders have been registered on a first come, first served basis. Once the question and answer session starts, the chairman will announce the name of the shareholders who have registered themselves as speaker shareholder one by one. When chairman calls your name, a host will send you request for unmute. On receipt of such request, you have to click on the unmute button on your device. Thereafter, click on video button only once and wait till video is on. If the shareholder is not able to join through video for any reason, the shareholder can speak through the audio mode. While speaking, we request the speaker shareholder to use the earphones so that he or she is clearly audible, minimize any noise in the background, ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other devices, no other background applications are running on the device, and there is proper lighting to have a good video experience. If there is a connectivity issue at the speaker join, we would like shareholders to be slow and audible while asking their questions and limit to 3 minutes. During AGM faces any technical issues, he or she may contact the helpline number mentioned in the notice AGM. I would like to take this opportunity to express the meeting and the of on the resolutions as contained in the notice of the AGM. That is Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulation provide for electronic voting. The company had provided its shareholders the cast their vote through the remote voting system administered NSG. E-voting commenced on Tuesday, 24th August 2021, 9 and continued till Thursday, 26th August 2021 p.m. Pursuant to Section 17 of the Act, there will not be any voting on the resolutions by show of hands. Facility for voting at the meeting is also provided to the shareholders who have joined this meeting through video conference and who have not yet voted. Shareholders, please go to the voting page of NSDL e-voting website and cast their vote while at the same time watch the proceedings of the meeting. Since the AGM is being held through video conference and the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM have already been put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of resolutions. I now request the chairman to take forward the proceedings. Thank you. Over to you, Chairman.
Thank you, Varun. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome all the shareholders to the 67th Annual General Meeting of the company. I have beside me Mr. Pradeep Bakshi, Managing Director and CEO of Voltas. We are attending this AGM from the Voltas head office in Mumbai. As the requisite quorum is present, I will now call the meeting to order. I request my fellow board members to introduce themselves. Mr. Zubin Dubash.
I am Zubin Dubash, Independent Director and Chairman of the Audit and Risk Management Committees, and attending the AGM from Mumbai.
Thank you, Zubin. Mr. Behram Vakil.
Good afternoon, shareholders. I am Behram Vakil, an independent director in your company and also privileged to be the chair of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. I am attending this meeting from London. Many thanks.
Thank you, Behram. Mr. Vinayak Deshpande.
Good afternoon. I am Vinayak Deshpande, non-executive director, attending this AGM from Pune. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinayak. Mr. Devendranath Sarangi. I think we have difficulty in getting Mr. Sarangi on the line. Maybe should we move to Ms. Anjali Bansal?
And namaste to respected shareholders. I'm Anjali Bansal. I'm an independent director in your company. I'm attending this AGM from Mumbai.
Thank you, Anjali. Mr. Arun Adhikari.
Good afternoon. I am Arun Adhikari and I am attending independent director and I am attending this AGM from Mumbai.
Thank you, Arun. Mr. Saurabh Agarwal has joined the Voltas board on the 21st of January 2021 as a non-executive director and is attending the AGM. Mr. Saurabh Agarwal.
Thank you, Chairman. Good afternoon, all shareholders. I am Saurabh Agrawal, non-executive director, attending this AGM from Mumbai.
Thank you, Saurabh. Mr. Hemant Bhargava. Sorry, Mr. Hemant Bhargava, non-executive director, is not attending this AGM. Other participants attending this meeting through video conferencing include Mr. Jitendra Verma, who has joined us as the CFO of the company, Mr. Varun Malhotra, Company Secretary, representatives of statutory auditors and secretarial auditors. I thank all the members for joining us today and hope that all of you are safe and in good health. Due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, we are holding this AGM through video conferencing facility. This is in compliance with the directives issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. The company has taken the requisite steps to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered at this AGM. A live streaming of this meeting is also being webcast on NSDL's website. Since there is no physical attendance of shareholders, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The company has received 4 authorized representations along with board resolutions from corporate shareholders authorizing representatives under Section 113 of the Companies Act 2013 in respect of 10,253,480 equity shares, representing 30.30% of the paid-up equity capital. The registers are, as required under the Companies Act 2013, are available for inspection. Notice of this meeting and the link of the annual report was sent to the shareholders who have registered their email IDs. I'm happy to note that more than 89% of the shareholders have registered their email IDs with us. I request the other shareholders to also use the digital medium and help us avoid wastage of paper. Our secretarial team can help you with solving any difficulties you may face in doing so. With your permission, may I take the notice as received and read, since there are no adverse observations, qualifications, or comments by the statutory auditors and secretarial auditors. Their reports are not required to be read. I would like to draw the attention of the shareholders to two resolutions included in the notice of this meeting. Firstly, the appointment of Mr. Saurabh Agrawal. As informed earlier, the board of directors of the company have appointed Mr. Saurabh Agrawal as an additional director with effect from the 21st January 2021. Saurabh is an executive director of Tata Sons Private Limited. He is also on the board of other Tata Group companies, including Tata Steel, Tata Power, Tata Capital, and Tata Sky. Second, the reappointment of Mr. Arun Kumar Adhikari. At the 63rd AGM of the company held on the 28th August 2017, the shareholders had approved the appointment of Mr. Arun Adhikari as an independent director for a term of 5 years with effect from the 8th of June 2017. Taking into consideration the skills, experience, and valuable contribution of Mr. Arun Adhikari, it is proposed to reappoint Mr. Adhikari as an independent director for a second term of 5 years. As his second term will start before the next AGM in 2022, the resolution for his reappointment has been included in the notice of this AGM. I would now like to make a few observations which are relevant to Voltas before I take your questions. The year 2020 started on a rather weak note for the Indian economy. However, the recovery has been encouraging. After an initial contraction of nearly 24% in Q1 of FY21, the economy bounced back to pre-pandemic levels in the latter part of the year. As the lockdown started easing, demand for FMCG shot up, soon followed by consumer durables. In-home products received a booster shot as consumers had to stay indoors for most part of the pandemic. The Indian economy has shown decisive signs of recovery. However, the second wave of COVID-19 impacted the growth momentum again, which is likely to pick up once the situation improves. Your company has an extensive product portfolio encompassing cooling products, engineering products and services, and engineering projects. I will now talk about these segments in more detail. During the year under review, the air conditioner industry degrew by about 29%. This contraction was a result of a combination of COVID-19 lockdowns and weaker consumer sentiment. Voltas's AC business limited its degrowth to 13%, overcoming the lockdown impact partially, thereby reinforcing its brand credentials. As a result, your company has improved its market share in room ACs from 24.1% last year to 26.7% in June 2021. Given the low penetration of about 6 to 7% for ACs in India, we still have a huge potential to grow whilst maintaining our industry leadership position in this business. In order to address this opportunity and also push the agenda of Make in India, your company is setting up a factory in South India to produce 1.5 million ACs per year. Despite the disruption of sales in peak summer months, the air coolers category performed quite well during the year under review. We launched 16 models of fresh air coolers under various subcategories such as personal, window, tower, and desert air coolers. The brand successfully maintained its image of high quality and appropriately priced products, which helped us secure the number 2 position in this category. Thanks to its wide range of products with advanced features, Voltas plans to leverage its extensive presence across India and fast-track its progress towards a larger market share in air coolers as well. The change in consumer mindset, along with expansion of mini cold chain facilities across traditional retail stores in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, underpin the growth in our commercial refrigeration business this year. The company's overall portfolio now includes 43 variants of commercial refrigeration products, including convertible freezers, freezers on wheels, and curved glass freezers. We also sell 18 variants of water dispensers and 28 variants of water coolers, and will be introducing a range of cold room solutions for the B2B segment this year. The commercial air conditioning business faced challenges of muted capital investments by clients during the year under review. Despite the slowdown, Voltas' overall performance remained strong at about 90% of the previous year. The COVID-19 pandemic and the countrywide lockdown, however, did provide a window of opportunity for a few of our Voltbek products, especially dishwashers, where the company recorded a 25-fold increase in sales, thereby establishing the brand as a market-leading position in the category. The demand for Voltbek products continues to be robust, and since its launch, we have already sold 5 lakh refrigerators up to July 2021. Despite being a new brand, Voltas Beko has established a market share of 3.1% in refrigerators and 2.7% in washing machines. On the product front, Voltbek has expanded its range and will now be present in 96% of the direct cool portfolio, compared to 80% presently. We have also expanded our market reach to over 1,000 cities and increased the number of billing touchpoints to over 1,200. We will continue to push the Make in India agenda by increasing production capacity across categories. Our Sanand factory had an installed capacity of 1.1 million refrigerators, which has been increased to 2.2 million per year with the installation of an additional line. Voltbek will now also start manufacturing frost-free refrigerators. We are also setting up a separate assembly line for in-house manufacturing of washing machines with an initial capacity of 100,000 units, eventually expanding to 500,000 units per annum. Production is expected to commence from September 2021. For the year ending 31st March 2021, Voltbek reported a turnover of 637 crores. We expect to continue the positive momentum in FY22. The year 2021 was challenging for the projects business as well. Non-availability of requisite skilled labor, restricted access to job sites, and mandatory social distancing norms slowed the pace of work in the first quarter. In the second half of 2021, the situation improved, particularly for infrastructure projects such as metros, electrical and water treatment projects. This year's union budget has allocated 5.5 lakh crores to building infrastructure in India. This is expected to revive investments, and we anticipate we may have many new opportunities soon. Government of India has committed to provide tapped water connections to every household in urban and rural areas over the next few years. New sewage treatment plants planned across the country also provide a significant business opportunity for growth. With our experience in water and wastewater treatment plants and EPC contracts, we are well poised to take up these opportunities. Your company also pursued opportunities in solar EPC space aggressively this year. We secured key orders from Azure Power and SoftBank Energy, which will help us strengthen our credentials in this space. We also bagged many MEP orders in the healthcare and building segment this year. Voltas' International Operations Business Group also managed the many challenges posed by the pandemic despite international travel restrictions. The business collaborated with all the stakeholders, including supply chain partners, to ensure timely project delivery and maintain a healthy order book. Your company reported a consolidated total income of 7,745 crores, with income from operations at 7,556 crores and profit before tax of 709 crores. Profit after tax was 529 crores. This performance is not comparable with the previous year, as the business was significantly impacted due to countrywide lockdowns. Our standalone income was 6,598 crores and profit before tax was 733 crores, with profit after tax at 570 crores. The consolidated PBT was lower than the standalone PBT, as it also included shares of losses of subsidiaries and joint venture companies, including Voltbek. As on 31st July 2021, the order book position of the domestic projects was at 3,698 crores, and the same for international projects business was at 2,435 crores. Based on the company's overall performance and keeping in mind shareholder interests in these difficult times, the board of directors have recommended a higher dividend of rupees 5 per equity share of rupees 1 each for the year 2021. The dividend, if approved by the shareholders, would result in a cash outflow of 165.44 crores, reflecting a payout of 29%, and will be paid on or after 1st of September 2021, subject to deduction of tax at source as applicable. As informed last year, Universal Comfort Products Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of the company, merged into Voltas pursuant to an order passed by NCLT's Mumbai bench on the 11th of September 2020. The merger became effective on the 26th November 2020. In order to focus on B2B and B2C businesses independently, the board has approved the transfer of company's domestic B2B businesses to its 100% wholly owned subsidiary, Universal MEP Projects and Engineering Services Limited. The transfer would be done as a slump sale through a business transfer agreement, which was executed on the 24th of March 2021. The BTA is expected to be effective by October 2021 or such other date, subject to satisfactory completion of certain conditions precedent. The consideration for the transfer of business would be in the range of 1,000 to 1,200 crores, subject to necessary adjustments and applicable accounting policies. The first quarter results for FY22 were recently announced, and the performance has been better than the last year. The company has improved its profit after tax from 82 crores to 122 crores, a growth of 49% year on year. On behalf of the board and myself, I would like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to all the stakeholders, including the shareholders, for their trust, understanding, and constant support. I would also like to convey our appreciation to the employees of the company for their dedication and efforts, especially during these difficult times. I request them to be safe through the pandemic as well. Over 98% of the company's equity share capital is held in demat mode. I once again like to request shareholders holding physical shares to contact our secretarial team or TSR Darashaw Consultants Private Limited for any assistance they require for dematerialization of their Voltas shares. I also take this opportunity to thank the shareholders who have registered their email IDs with their depository or company's registrars and transfer agents, thereby supporting the digitalization program initiated by the government for receiving annual reports and other documents electronically. Accordingly, soft copies of the Voltas AGM notice and annual report were sent to around 1.46 lakh shareholders out of a total of 1.64 lakh shareholders. I would now like to invite the shareholders who have registered themselves to express their views. We have a list of 15 speakers, and I would call upon the speakers one by one. The first speaker is Dr. Arun Kumar Bopana.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Arun.
Afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm
How
all
many
right,
minutes
thank
are you
you.
giving me? 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes? I'll finish off in 2.5 minutes. Thanks to Arun and his team for setting up this VC. Sir, Voltas produced heroic responses in the COVID crisis. I compliment all the staff for that. And compliment for meeting changing needs and demands for radical transformation to meet challenges which are not more incremental, for launching product design for Indian consumers, for UVC-based ACs, for rising needs of health and safety, for well-accepted 5-stage Maha-adjustable inverter AC too. My question, sir, will ESG drive the next wave of transformation? That is, are we back to basics? Are we ready for the ESG revolution? We are faced every single day with endless array of choices, in particularly white goods, whether it's Amazon or Flipkart. How will Voltas face the price wars with that? There's a lot of price war in Amazon and Flipkart. We have to live in a circular economy where we try to recycle everything we use, preserving the environment, air, water, sewage, and solar. I think Voltas is an expert in that. I hope you will go net carbon zero as early as possible ahead of the target set by energy majors. When are you starting the advanced energy storage batteries, EV charging stations? Why not? Home automation, smart washing machines, fridges, TV, robotics, door locking systems. What are Voltas plans? Life will present you with unexpected opportunities, sir, after the COVID. What are Voltas' contribution to AI and IoT? Meaningful collaboration between humans and machines. Indian economy has to realize its full potential to pull millions out of poverty and then get them out of dark alley and provide them self-esteem. Only job creation, gainful employment will benefit demographic dividend. Voltas plans for them. Will Voltas foster entrepreneurial spirit and not punish failure for innovation and unexpected opportunities? Lastly, but not the least, sir, COVID-19 will leave more questions than answers. In conclusion, I am proud Voltas always was around until the solutions are found. I wish Voltas all the best. I finish in 2 minutes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Adil Polad Irani. Good afternoon, Adil. You're on mute, Adil.
Okay, now you unmuted me. Thank you. Thank you for everything. No, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, but then, okay, so speak. Yeah, my video has started. Thank you. So normally I don't question what takes place before 34th March. That is history. I thank the company for allowing me to speak. I thank the company for taking care of the company, and I thank God for seeing that all my directors, the staff, and all they all hale and hearty. And I want to like specifically Mr. Varun and his team for taking care of us. And what I've noticed is, Varun, I've not met him for 2 years, but I remember he is a huge person, but very soft spoken and very helpful, basically. Varun Malhotra. He is one of the one of the best, amongst the in the Tata group, one of the best company secretaries, basically. So, okay, these are a few questions which just strike me, basically because you just now mentioned. So there is no question of booking halls and, all posting annual reports and all. So basically, why are the annual AGMs held like at the end of August? Why you cannot, after 31st of March, everything is computerized, everything is digitized. So basically, within 1 or 2 months, you can have the AGM. And now that you are saving money by not booking the hall, by not sending this, you save on postage, you save on printing. So kindly consider, we poor minority shareholders, you can send us some discount coupons, which other companies are also doing. And it helps both ways. It helps us in increasing our love and affection for the company, and it helps us in sort of buying products for the company. And of course, you mentioned, Zubin Dumash, one of the great directors, and Behram Vakil also, one of the great directors. And on second thoughts, what about Neville, Leah, and Maya? When are they going to come on the board? So because we cannot see each other, at least, smile or, move your head, I know you're listening to me. Yeah, I think you're smiling now. Okay. And another thing you mentioned, the payout was some 29% payout. Means you 100 rupees, out of 100 rupees, you are giving me 29 rupees. So have a big heart. You're a Bawaji. So give us at least 50% of the profits for the particular year. 50% you can keep for expansion, for whatever. And if you want money, then you give us right shares or convertible debentures, which so even if you give me a share today at 300 rupees, means on a 1 rupee share you are getting 290 rupees. So for the next, say, even if you give me 10 rupees for 29 years, you'll be getting, I've already paid you in advance. So you can take back the loan which you have given. You can give back the loan which you've taken from the bank, and you take money from us. Okay, smile. That's it, Mr. Voltas, thank you very much. I hope next year I see one of your children, Neville. Otherwise, this Kirloskop people has already taken him away. So you see that he comes in Voltas also. Voltas, Trent, all Tata Investments. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Adil. Thank you. Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal.
Sir, Mr.
Sir, Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal has not joined the meeting yet. We may move on to the next speaker shareholder. Thank you.
Yeah. The next one speaker is Miss Lekha Satish Shah. Has Miss Lekha Shah joined? Yes, there she is.
Madam, we request you to please unmute. So we are facing experiences with the audio for Ms. Lekha Satish Shah. We may move on to the next speaker shareholder, please.
The next speaker shareholder is Mr. Manjeet Singh. Mr. Manjeet Singh.
हाँ जी, मेरी आवाज आ रही सर आपको?
आ रहा है.
Are you audible sir?
Yes, you are. Thank you.
परमिशन हो तो बोलूं जी सर. गुड आफ्टरनून.
Please go ahead. Good afternoon.
हाँ जी. ठंडक के बादशाह वोल्टास की मीटिंग में मैं सभी शेयर होल्डर, चेयरमैन और अपने शेयर होल्डर भाई और एम्प्लॉइज सभी का मैं स्वागत करता हूं और भगवान के आगे प्रार्थना करता हूं कि सभी स्वस्थ रहें. वोल्टास कंपनी जैसे जैसे भारत का निर्माण हुआ उसी के साथ वोल्टास का निर्माण हुआ. 1954 में आपने इस कंपनी का गठन किया और फाउंडर रहे. तो कृपया अगर आप कहीं वोल्टास लिखते हैं तो उसमें साइड में कहीं अगर सिंस भी मेंशन हो सके तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. 1954 आजकल एक मिठाई की दुकान वाला भी अपने लोगों में साथ में जिस डेट को वो मेंशन अपनी फाउंड करता है, निर्माण करता है, जिस साल में उसका निर्माण की तिथि लिखता है, डेट. अगर आप वोल्टास के साथ 1954 का जिक्र करें तो एक बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. आप भारत को कितना महत्व देते हैं ये 75वें इंडिपेंडेंस डे पे ही दिख गया जब आपने अपनी ऑनलाइन वेब स्टोर 25 अगस्त को शुरू किया 75वें इंडिपेंडेंस डे की खुशी में. मैं आपको इसकी मुबारकबाद देना चाहता हूं. सर, हमारी कंपनी का कोई आने वाले टाइम में डीमर्जर हो सकता है क्योंकि वर्ल्ड प्रीमियरी इंजीनियरिंग सोल्यूशन प्रोवाइडर भी हम हैं. ये जो आप हाउस होल्ड चीज़ें बनाते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक में, उसके अलावा आप वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर इंजीनियरिंग सोल्यूशन प्राइवेट लिमिटेड को के भी ओनर हैं. तो मैं चाहूँगा कि ऐसा कोई डीमर्जर आने वाले टाइम में हमें दिखेगा. 1954 से लेके 2021 तक 67 ईयर तक हमने जैसे अंगद के पांव की तरह खड़े रहे हैं, बिल्कुल ना कभी कोई बोनस डिक्लेयर किया, ना कभी कोई राइट डिक्लेयर किया है. तो हम इस चीज़ की उम्मीद कर पाएंगे आपसे. आप इस जिले में जरूर बताइएगा. और अगले 3 सालों के हमारे फ्यूचर प्लान क्या हैं, उसमें हमने क्या आपने R&D का बजट बढ़ाया है, आप इस बारे में जरूर बताइएगा. इस बारे में हम जानना चाहेंगे. और आपके जो प्लांट हैं वहाँ पर हम एनर्जी पर कितना डिपेंड हैं, क्या हम सोलर एनर्जी वगैरह पे भी पास जा रहे हैं? तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, आप बताएंगे तो ज़रूर. और आज जैसे 27 अगस्त है और हमारा जो फाउंडर डे है वो 6 सितंबर को रहता है. तो क्या कभी आने वाले टाइम में हम आपसे उम्मीद करें कि ये जो फाउंडर डे वाले दिन आप एजीएम करा करें, तो एक बड़ा ही अच्छा सुनहरा रहेगा, क्योंकि मेंशन होगा, बड़ा अच्छा लगेगा हमें। आप अगर हो सके तो इस बारे में बोर्ड में इस बारे में जरूर जिक्र करना। हिंदुस्तान के अंदर क्लाइमेट चेंज काफी हो रहा है और गर्मी काफी रहती है। उस पर देखकर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कई तरह के एसी पर जो है डिस्काउंट का सोच रही हैं। जैसे हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट ने कोई सब्सिडी स्कीम निकाली है एसी के ऊपर, तो हमारा कोई टाई अप हुआ है इस तरह से गवर्नमेंट से। आने वाले टाइम में जैसे गर्मी बढ़ रही है, तो जैसे खाड़ी देशों के अंदर जो है वो सरकार ध्यान रखती है ठंडक का, तो वहाँ सुबह और शाम को ही वर्किंग टाइम होता है। दिन में लोगों को आराम की कहा जाता है कि आराम करो जाके एसी के अंदर बैठ के। तो ऐसी कोई स्ट्रेटेजी आएगी तो हम कोई टाई अप करेंगे। आपको इस हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम के बारे में कोई जानकारी है? अगर नहीं है तो आप इस बारे में जरूर ध्यान करिए, क्योंकि टाई अप करके आप अच्छा ऑर्डर ले सकते हैं हमसे। आप इस बारे में जरूर बताइएगा। और मैं आपसे कहना चाहूँगा कि 130 करोड़ की आबादी के अंदर जब आदमी कोई आपका प्रोडक्ट या किसी भी तरह का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक प्रोडक्ट खरीदने दुकान पर जाता है, तो माइंड में तो जैसे वो वोल्टास लेके जाता है, तो दुकान पर भ्रमित होकर कोई और प्रोडक्ट खरीद लेता है। तो जैसे हमारा 130 करोड़ का देश है, तो कोई ऐसी गैलरियां हम वोल्टास की शुरू कर पाएंगे कि 1 करोड़ के ऊपर भी हम अगर एक गैलरी रखें, धीरे धीरे उसको बढ़ाएं, तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। या तो फिर आपके जो डीलर हैं उनके यहाँ एक 200-500 गज का एक फ्लोर आप इस तरह का मेंटेन रखें, जिस तरह की जहाँ पे आपकी सारी आइटमों का डिस्प्ले हो सके। वो आप इस बारे में जरूर ध्यान दीजिए, क्योंकि कंपटीशन का जमाना है, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है। इस तरफ आप जरूर ध्यान दीजिएगा। और सर लास्ट एक बात आपसे मैंने ये कहनी है कि हम अपना ब्रांड एम्बेसडर खुद अगर बनाएं तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। उस बारे में मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि टोक्यो ओलंपिक के अंदर जैसे हमारे देश का प्रदर्शन रहा है, आने वाले 2024 के अंदर, जैसे 2021 के अंदर हमारे 130 प्लेयरों का दल गया था, आने वाले टाइम में 2024 में शायद 150 के आसपास प्लेयर हमारे जाएंगे। जो एक स्टैंडर्ड लेवल पर आएंगे उन्हीं को क्वालिफाई के लिए आगे भेजा जाएगा। तो 2024 की तैयारी कराने के लिए अगर हम उन 150 प्लेयरों में से किसी एक प्लेयर को वरीयता देकर ऊपर लाकर अगर हम गोद लेकर उसकी तैयारी कराएं, तो अगर वो कल को कोई पदक लेकर आएगा, मेडल लेकर आएगा, तो हमारा ब्रांड एम्बेसडर अपने आप ही तैयार हो जाएगा। तो मेरी ये पॉलिसी रहेगी कि ब्रांड एम्बेसडर हम अपना खुद तैयार करें, तो इसमें ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। बाकी ये जो सहयोग सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट से हमें मिला है, जो हम आपसे जुड़ पाए हैं, दिल्ली से 900 किलोमीटर दूर आपकी एजीएम में हम पार्टिसिपेट कर पाए हैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का, इस बारे में मैं धन्यवाद कहूँगा। और चेयरमैन साहब को कहूँगा कि अपने सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को शाबाशी दे इस चीज़ के लिए। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Mr. Singh. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Kirti Jayantilal Shah.
चेयरमैन सर, गुड आफ्टरनून।
Good afternoon.
चेयरमैन सर, हाँ जी, मैंने आपको एक लंबा चौड़ा ईमेल किया है, आप रिप्लाई कर देना। विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Dinesh Bhatia.
Mr. Dinesh Bhatia, we have placed you in the meeting. Kindly unmute and ask your question. Mr. Dinesh Bhatia, kindly accept the request to unmute and ask your question, please.
I think maybe we should move on to the next shareholder speaker, if Mr. Bhatia is unable to join. The next speaker is Mr. Vinod Agarwal.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Agarwal. Please go ahead.
Respected Chairman Noel Tata ji, we met you earlier in Trent and Titan, and again today, sir. It's a nice meeting you again, sir. Our MD Pradeep Shah, our CFO Anil George, CS Varun Malhotra. Good afternoon to everyone, sir. I will compliment Varun Malhotra for making such a large annual report, which is very colorful, pictorial, graphic, and well tabulated, sir. Which is, I would compliment him for that, sir. Sir, I would like to compliment you for coming out with the new range of consumer durable goods like washing machines, dishwashers, microwaves, etc. with Arcelec as a joint venture partner, sir. This will give us, and you put up your plant at Sanand, and it has started operating with 50,000 units earlier, and now you will be taking it 1 lakh units this year, and from next year your target is about 5 lakh units in the near future, sir, which is a very good sign, sir. This coming together of all these products under one roof in your exclusive brand outlets will give the consumer a better choice of making same brand, same goods, consumer goods in his home. So you'll be very happy, sir. And you got 4 plants, one at Wagodia, Sanand, and 2 at Pantnagar, sir. And page number 13 mention of all the good awards, which I compliment you for, sir. And so your order book of 6,635 has been shown, sir. By this would be EPC kind of a business, sir, in the engineering kind of business, sir. By what will be the target for finishing of this 6,635 order that you've got in your hand, sir? This is what I like to know. So you got a room AC market of 25. Are you likely to again have it increase because you are getting into one roof, other kind of consumer durables into one range, and your products are into textile, mining, and mining site infra, all very good, sir. The largest, I think, so is from the home AC market, sir. And also noted is that your long-term borrowing are only 5.66 crores, and on the net worth of 4,993 crores. That is very, very minimal, sir. And I compliment the company for being debt-free. I'm signing off. Thanks the company, and I wish the company all the best. And for the dividend of ₹5, it's signing off. Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola.
Sir, Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola has just left the meeting. We may proceed to the next speaker shareholder.
Okay, thank you. The next one is Mr. Modi.
Sir, Mr. Modi has not joined the meeting yet. We may move on to the next speaker shareholder. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Anil Parekh.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Chairman sir, I'm unable to log in my video, so I'm just having with audio. Okay, I'm continuing with audio.
That's okay. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Chairman sir Noel ji, MD and CEO Pradeep Bakshi ji, and other board members, good afternoon to you all. And I hope you all are safe and sound in this pandemic era. Sir, first of all, I would like to thank our company secretary, Mr. Varun Malhotra, and his team, including Arun Kaude and all. They are doing excellent work as far as investor relation is concerned. And particularly Varun Bhai is so nice to speak always, and always welcoming us whenever we visit our office. So he is an asset to the company. Kindly preserve him and if possible, upgrade him and make him a director. Sir, as the physical appearance is not possible due to COVID-19 pandemic, and we can't meet and greet each other. However, I would like to request you, if everything goes well, please ensure that physical meeting is done again. Sir, I have seen financial figures excellent in this difficult and challenging environment. Voltas has came out with a true capabilities, and our turnover is satisfactory. Profit is also satisfactory. Everything is fine, and also you have rewarded us shareholder by 500% dividend in these difficult times for better living of investors. Even our market capitalization has crossed 35,000 crore since within last 7 months. Sir, I would like to ask some questions about our Sanand factory. It may be a state-of-the-art facility, white goods factory, wherein you have mentioned white goods are manufacturing. Sir, what are the different products we are manufacturing there? And are they all catered for all pan-India sale, or for a particular part you would like to sell it, our products? Sir, what is the installed capacity and capacity utilization? And I would like to understand all the international infra projects which are in hand. Are they all executed in time, or what? And what is the total orders on hand? Sir, also as my previous speaker, Mr. Manjit Singh, has told that we should have a special and exclusive gallery of Voltas where we can walk in and buy all of our products, so that we need not have to rush here and there for different kind of products. I would like to end up here since many have asked many questions, and I don't want to waste your time, sir. Thank you for patient hearing, and I support all the resolutions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Parekh. The next speaker is Mr. Gautam Tiwari.
Sir, can you listen me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you.
And let us see if I can put my video on. Can you see me, sir?
Yes, we can see you. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Okay. First, Noel Tata, sir, I am very happy to see you after Trent and Titan here also as our chairman. I cannot express the amount of happiness which I have got in my own heart of heart after seeing you here. Sir, good afternoon. First of all, my dear chairman, sir, all eminent board of directors, and my fellow shareholders. My name is Gautam Tiwari, as pronounced, and I'm speaking from Mumbai. Sir, I would like to specially thank our MD, CEO, CFO, CS, along with full secretarial and accounts team, and also the entire management team for their wonderful, fantastic, outstanding performance despite dreaded coronavirus epidemic, not only in India but worldwide, and distributing a very good dividend of 500%, which is really marvelous. And sir, I appreciate the way you have been working in other companies, also Trent and all that. We have been experiencing it is a slow, steady, but it is all win-win process and race. I am very sure in Voltas also it will happen the same. सर, हम लोगों ने 10 रुपए का शेयर 5 रुपए 1 रुपए का कर दिया और स्टॉक स्प्लिट देके 10 टाइम्स शेयर होल्डर को रिवॉर्ड कर दिया, और आज भी हम अच्छे प्राइस एप्रिसिएशन पर खड़े हुए हैं कंपेयर टू इवन ब्लू स्टार एंड अदर कॉम्पिटिटिंग कंपनीज. तो वी रियली थैंक यू फॉर दिस very good performance. Sir, our company has really worked very hard in identifying the area and project for CSR activities which are truly beneficial to the public at large, for which we are thankful to you, and for also paying generous dividend year on year uninterrupted through and through. And for this also we are thankful to you. Sir, investor service of our secretarial department under the able leadership of Mr. Varun Malhotra for more than 30 years. Sir, I've been attached with this company from day one. So I've been seeing the hard work they have been doing through and through all these years. So it is very humbly, politely, and satisfactory. We are getting the best ever investor service. And he comes under top 10 of the best company secretaries globally, for which I think we are very much thankful to you, and even the NSDL service and technical virtual meeting arrangement service provided to us by NSDL and these people are very good. We really thank the management for choosing such diamond-like personalities in our company's bandwagon to provide such a good and excellent service to investors through and through, and always and all the time. Sir, also I support all the appointments and reappointments on board, and I support all the resolutions, and I already voted in favor of all the resolutions already. Sir, हमारा main business AC system का है. We have got our main business AG system. So because of lockdown, especially in March and April 2020 and 2021 also, our company का main business इन 2 सालों में काफी decline हो गया, जितनी हमारी capability है, जितना हमारा potential है, इस business को हम उसके हिसाब से काफी कम deliver कर पाए. तो आगे in future हम लोग what strategy we are going to follow considering Delta plus variant and third wave likely to hit us in the future? What policy we are going to follow to improve our business, especially in the field where we have got a strong potential? We would like to know. Sir, our stock split, आपने तो कह दिया. No, sir, I don't know, but when the appropriate time will come, you will give us the bonus. So we are not demanding for this. Sir, हमारे competitors कौन-कौन है और हमारा market share कितना है? We would like to know. Sir, we are very happy with your performance. Wherever आपका golden touch होता है सर, आप पूनम के चांद की तरह हैं, जो खुद तो चमकता है आसमान में, लेकिन अपने इर्द गिर्द के सितारों को और उसकी छत्रछाया में आने वाले सभी लोगों को शीतल चांद की रोशनी में अनंत प्रसन्नता और अनंत आनंद प्रदान करके उनको खुशहाल और सुखी रखता है और उनको रिवॉर्ड करता रहता है हर पल हर क्षण समय, हमेशा हमेशा. फॉर दिस we are very much thankful. Our investment is in very safe hands, and we are totally confident, and we have got total trust and faith in you, sir. कि आने वाले दिनों में भी आप हम शेयर होल्डर्स को इसी तरह से रिवॉर्ड करते रहेंगे. सर, कैजुअली आई वुड लाइक टू नो कि हम लोगों की कैजुअलिटीज कितनी हुई इस बार, अब में भी आई माइट हैव मिस्ड समथिंग, और एक्टिव केसेस कितनी है, और हमारा वैक्सीनेशन स्टेटस आज के दिन में क्या है, और सर बाकी हमारा बिजनेस इम्पैक्ट जो हुआ है वो कभी तक पूरा हो जाएगा. विथ ऑल दिस आई विश यू ए वेरी वेरी ब्राइट and shining future with a very very long, happy, wealthy, safe and protective life to all those who are connected with us, to the total board of management and to the company organization as a whole. And once again wishing you all the best. I remain here always sincerely with folded hands and salute to all staff, employees and everyone those who have contributed very greatly to our progress and health all these years and shall be there with us. I remain Gautam Tiwari here. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. Thank you. The next speaker is Ms. H.S. Patel.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak at this 67th AGM. Respected Chairman, Mr. Noel Tata, sir, our Mr. Behram Vakil, sir, Mr. Zubin Dubash, sir, all other directors on the board, our Madam Anjali Bansal, our Lady Director, Jitendra Verma, the CFO, the new CFO on our board, and our Mr. Malhotra, the company secretary. Thank you very much for at least sending me an annual report. well compiled and good financial figures given in. Thank you very much for that. Though I had registered much before, even then my number is so late. I don't. I think it's become a habit in this to avoid the speakers who register on the dot. And 2 दिन पहले जो register करता है उसका पहले आ जाता है. Anyway, whatever it is, I am not so very particular. I congratulate the company for receiving the various awards and accolades that is mentioned in the annual report. Also, I congratulate the management for making the company a debt-free company. Sir, most of the points are covered by my fellow shareholders. I support all your resolutions, especially resolution number 4 and 5. I strongly support them. Here, I would like to add 2 more sentences. First, I would like to wish our Mr. Noel Tata a very happy birthday, which is coming in the ongoing months. Happy and prosperous birthday. May you live long, healthy, and prosper along with your family. All the very best to you in life. I also wish Mr. Saurabh Agarwal a belated happy birthday, which was in August. Happy birthday to Mr. Saurabh Agarwal ji. I wish you all the best. As I said earlier, the questions, the main points are already being discussed. I don't think I should go further on it. I support all your resolutions, of course. And so I would like to here add a point. So I would like to speak few minutes. If you can spare your few minutes of your valuable time, and if I can meet and speak with you personally or through any audio or by email. I have my email, my contact number with our company secretary. Sir, it is a little essential. So I humbly request you if you can spare your valuable time in giving me a few precious moments of yours in talking to me. And I wish all the employees that even in the COVID time, you all have been very helpful in giving us the good financial result. Our investments and cash equivalents are quite high. All other parameters will also be high the moment the pandemic vanishes. So I have this. There is this Geometis. I don't know 1 minute. Rux germitrans and Rux Coltrans. So if you can throw light on these 2 products, I'm very much interested in this. Do they contain UV lamp, and what is the life of that UV lamp? And what is the guarantee period and the price range of these 2 products? If you could throw some light on it. And sir, I really wish to have an appointment with you. If you could spare your valuable time. Thank you very much. Wishing you all the very best to all the board directors, all the management team, all the employees of the corporation, all the very best, and good luck to you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mrs. Patel. The next speaker is Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar.
So after a long time, sir, meeting. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon, sorry. Good afternoon, Mr. Tata, Mr. Bakshi, Mrs. Bansal, and other directors of the company, myself, Tamal Kumar Majumdar, an equity shareholder from Kolkata. Our secretarial team consists of Mr. Totla and others under the leadership of our beloved Malhotra Sahab is always ready to help its shareholders. Malhotra Sahab, though a bit introvert, is one of the best company secretaries of our time. True to the spirit of the group, he also advocates for listening to shareholders for value addition. Sir, I have gone through the annual report and have some queries and seek your indulgence.
Sure.
Considering the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, I must admit that the company financial results for financial year 21 on standalone basis and consolidated basis is praiseworthy. Our segment A consists of unitary cooling products, booked a profit of 502 crores during financial year 21, excluding interest and other unallocables. It was followed by segment B and C with 109 crores and 114 crores of profit respectively, without considering interest and other unallocables. Taking into, and you mentioned in your opening speech, there was degrowth of AC industries by 26%, and our degrowth was 13%. 13%. Taking into this bleak scenario, how our company, as regards, what is your expectation from the remaining part of the year? Remaining part means remaining 9 months of the year, remaining 3 quarters. And whether this degrowth is still continuing as regards AC is concerned. Sir, on consolidated basis, though our turnover figure increased and PBT and PAT decreased in comparison to standalone, mainly due to booking of loss from our JV Boldbeck Home Appliances Private Limited during financial year 21. But sir, during this pandemic period, many companies depended on digital platform. How our digital platform is helping to increase our turnover? What is its contribution during the last financial year 2021 and Q1 of financial year 22? Sir, from your opening remarks, I noted that you remain very bullish as regards Boldbeck Home Appliances as concerned. The company is very bullish. You also personally also very bullish. And you said its market share is 3.1% in refrigerator and 2.7% as regards its washing machine is concerned. Sir, and when do you believe it will break even? When do you believe it will break even? Because it is incurring losses. When do you believe it will break even? But sir, we have gross investment of 332 crores in subsidiaries, against which we made an impairment of 68 crores. Highest investment in Universal MEP at 292 crores. Out of 332 crores, highest investment is in Universal MEP. And what is the reason for further investment of 110 crores in during the year in Universal MEP? And please share your thinking on subsidiaries, JV and associate companies, where we have huge investment. What is your thinking in this regard? Whether we are getting better return from these investments? And would you please give more details as regards adjustment of 41 crores against CRPS related to Universal MEP? Because investment was 150 crores, but actual investment is shown as 110 crores. Could you give more details as regards the CRPS related to Universal MEP? Sir, as per page 214, our advertising cost decreased to a mere 21 crores during financial year 21, against 72 crores during financial year 20. What is the reason for such abnormal decrease? When we launched, as per you, during last year, we launched 16 models during financial year 21. So what is the reason for decrease in advertising cost? Do we believe that we don't need advertising and the product will do walk the talk? And whether the same negative trend will continue in the current year or current period also? During financial 22 also? Sir, as per page 214, amount of bad debts is increasing. From a figure of 74 crores in financial year 20, it became 140 crores in financial year 21. What is the reason for such increase? What about movement of net trade receivable of 1,452 crores as on 31st March 2021? Present status in this regard is to be disclosed, because last year there was no movement in this regard. Whether is there any movement of that dues receivable from our customers, dealers or others? The figure is 1,452 crores. Last year you mentioned that there was not much movement as regards the trade receivables are concerned. And sir, what is the rationale of transferring companies B2B business to its subsidiary Universal MEP Projects, engineering services on a slump sale basis, in terms of board decision on 12/2/2021, and the business and the BT executed on 24th March 2021. And sir, you mentioned in your opening remark there that the company will receive around 1,000 to 1,200 crores for the said transfer. Would you be in a position to disclose what will be our profit in this regard? How much will we be able to book profit in our accounts due to the sale? And whether we received any amount from the subsidiary in this regard till date, out of the total amount, 1,000 to 1,200. And sir, page 323 of the report also mentioned that formalities for the said slab sale will be completed by the end of September. But in your speech, you said it will be in October. Do you believe the company will be able to complete the sale within October? Because as per annual report, it was September. You mentioned in your opening remark that it will be in October. Whether do you expect any further extension of time? Sir, page 216 showed 337 crores as contingent liabilities under the head guarantees for terminated contract during financial year 21. Please share details in this regard. If the contract is terminated, then what liability? What type of liability is this? You are still believing there may be a liability, and whether the company made any general provision in this respect. And what is the reason for decreasing of the guarantee from rupees 346 crores in 2020 to 337 crores in financial year 21? Is it due to exchange variation or any other matter? And sir, our company applied for renewal of the lease of Voltas House, where all our directors are sitting, to the Bombay Trust, Bombay Port Trust on 15/12/2016. What is the present status now? And why it is taking so much time, more than nearly 5 years, nearly 5 years from the date of application? And whether the company booked lease rental from 15/6/2017 to 31st March 2021 in this regard. And sir, one thing I want to tell the company management, to you also, company must look into the issue of installation of ACs. Because when you are buying an AC, it's okay, it is governed by the company. But as regards installation, different shops charges different prices. I think there should be a cap on it. There should be a cap on it. Otherwise, the brand image will deteriorate due to the behavior of them. I purchased 2 ACs during last year, and 2 companies. I asked 2 dealers in this regard for installation. They quoted 2 different rates, and it was abnormal variation. Abnormal variation. So I think the company should look into it also, because it tarnishes the image of the company. And lastly, I think the company is on a strong footing with a free reserve balance of 4,311 crores against an equity base of 33 crores as on 31st March 2021. Further, the company, I am not concerned about bonus, because bonus is now bonus has lost its relevance, I think. So whether the company has any thinking of rewarding its shareholders using free reserve in the coming period. Thank you all for patient hearing, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Majumdar. The final speaker is Mr. Yusuf Rangwala.
Mr. Yusuf Rangwala, we have placed you in the meeting. Kindly unmute and ask your question, please. Sir, please unmute and ask your question. So we're facing technical experiences with Mr. Yusuf Rangwala.
Okay. Are there any other of the shareholders who were trying to get on? Are any of them coming back on again?
Yes, so we can try connecting Ms. Lekha Satish Shah with your permission.
Okay.
Hello.
Good evening.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, and my fellow members. Good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Lekha Shah from Mumbai. First of all, I'm very much thankful to our company secretary, Mr. Varunji, especially Vikasi, for extending very good individual services and also sending me the AGM notice by email well in time in such a difficult situation, which is full of knowledge, facts and figures in place. So I am very grateful to our company secretary, Mr. Varunji. Thank you, Chairman sir, for explaining us well about the company. Congratulations for excellent work, sir. Though times are tough and unpredictable currently, I am sure that our company has the ability to deliver growth and increase the shareholders' value in the coming years, as has been demonstrated this year. I would thank to all persons of company for receiving awards and recognition by the various plans during 2021. And also, I am happy the company is doing very well in the field of CSR activities. Chairman sir, I am happy to see all the good deeds that you have done during this tough time. I pray to God that He always shower His blessing upon you. Sir, I would like to ask few questions. My first question
Okay.
is, has there been any impact COVID second wave on the company operations? My second question is, how is our company operating? Are we operating from home or are we working from the office? My second question is, all are our employees vaccinated against COVID-19? My fourth question is, how many of employees were affected by COVID-19? So I would like to say, I strongly propose all the resolution for today's meeting and my best wishes always our company and its prosperity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Shah. Thank you. Moderator, do you want to try any of the other, Mr. Rangwala again, or?
Yes, sir. We are trying connecting Mr. Ramesh Kumar Gola.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Sir, we have placed you in the meeting.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And very good evening, Mr. Chairman, and uh, my board of directors and co-fellow shareholders, all of you. Sir, hearing, sir?
Mr.
Mr.
Gola,
Hamish,
your voice is breaking up.
Sir,
We cannot
is it
hear
audible,
what you're
sir?
saying or cannot understand what you're saying.
Hello. Sir, audible, sir? It's audible?
Yes, try again.
Yes, yes, sir. The audible, sir?
Please go ahead.
Sir, thank you, sir. Very good evening, Mr. Chairman and my board of directors and co-fellow shareholders. Thank you very much for this opportunity giving me. Very tough competition, the market. Just give a good competition and let us also development. Let us increase our market share.
Mr. Gola, we cannot hear you again.
James.
Moderator, do you want to try somebody else? I have Mr. Dinesh Bhatia and Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal.
yes, so we are placing Mr. Dinesh Bhatia online.
Yeah. Mr. Bhatia, good evening.
हेलो
Good
हाँ सर
evening,
आप
Mr.
सुन सकते
Bhatia.
हैं मुझे
Yes, we
हेलो
can hear you.
हेलो हेलो सर आप सुन सकते हैं मुझे
Yes, we can
मेरी
hear
आवाज आ
you.
रही है हाँ सर फर्स्ट तो मैं कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन कहूंगा आपको और आपकी टीम को चेयरमैन श्री आपने आपका प्रेजेंटेशन में भी आपने अच्छा हमें काफी जानकारी दी जिससे हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा दूसरा हम ये देखते हैं कि कोविड पीरियड में भी हमारी कंपनी जो है रेवेन्यू अच्छा जो टारगेट किया है अच्छा हमारा इनकम भी हम देख रहे हैं कि नेट प्रॉफिट जो हमारा है 570 करोड़ है वो जो बहुत अच्छी साइनिंग है कि आप लोग की आपकी और आपकी टीम की मेहनत दिखाई देती है एक अच्छी साइन है हमें उसके खुशी होती है कि हम ये वोल्टास के शेयर होल्डर है इतना बढ़िया कंपनी है जो ₹1 का शेयर जो हमारा है आज मार्केट में 985 कोट हो रहा है वो एक अच्छी साइनिंग दिखा रहा है कि हमारी कंपनी के ऊपर सबका विश्वास दिखा रहा है वो बहुत अच्छी चीज है कि हमारी कंपनी आगे बढ़ेगी वही साइनिंग दिखाती है तो हम तो हर एक रिजोल्यूशन में आपको मेरा आपकी अपनी कंपनी में मेरा हर एक रिजोल्यूशन में साथ है दूसरा मैं आपको और आपका जो सेक्रेटरी टीम है उसको भी आभार मानता हूँ थैंक्स करता हूँ कि जो हमें इधर जोड़ने के लिए अच्छी हेल्प की है तो उसके लिए उनका जो शेयर होल्डर के प्रति भावना है जो अच्छी दिखाई देती है बस बाकी तो मैं ज्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलते हुए हमारी कंपनी आगे प्रगति करे ऐसा हमारा वेल विश है थैंक यू आपने बोलने का मौका
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Bhatia.
When I continue, sir? May I
Yes,
continue? Ramesh Shankar
you
Gol-
can. Mr. Gola?
Sir, can I start, sir?
Yes, you can. Please go ahead.
सर हमारा जो बिजनेस का जो कस्टमर लोगों के लिए अच्छा प्रोडक्ट बनाते बनाते जो अफोर्डेबल प्राइस में भी कस्टमर्स को देना चाहिए सर. Why? Because present so many companies is there, sir. That's why we are giving good quality and technology अपडेट से कस्टमर्स को दिए तो हमारा जो सेल्स बढ़ता, सेल्स से अच्छा सा रेवेन्यू भी मिलता सर. दिस इज टू वो मेंटेन करना सर हम, और एक अभी मेंटेन कर रहा, मगर और दूसरा प्रोडक्ट से हम भी कॉम्पिटिटिव आते हैं, हम और अच्छा वाला नया नया फीचर्स इसको ऐड करके देना पड़ता सर. और sir, may I know what is the reason for mutual funds decreasing their shareholdings in last quarter? Recent results, there is degrowthing, sir, in revenue, profits, and operative marketing. What could be the reason, sir? Sir, our question, sir. Bonus expectations, sir. Bonus shares. Sir, it is good to see that company with low debt institutions was increasing their shareholdings, sir. This is very good sign to the company, sir. Let us make ensure efficient use of assets to generate profit. Company with the zero promoting pledge, sir. Very good, sir. Have a good day and very proud. I am the shareholder, sir. Why? Because sir, इतना अच्छा कंपनी में शेयर होल्डिंग रखना सभी को नहीं होता सर. ऐसी लोगों भी अच्छा कंपनीज में होल्डिंग रखना सर, रखे तो उन लोगों को अच्छा सा जो उसमें से जो डिविडेंड, बोनस, राइट्स वो दिए तो अच्छा सा मिलता सर. दिस इज वेरी गुड कंपनी, आवर proud of Tata, sir. Have a good day, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank
God bless you all,
Thank
sir. Sir,
Thank you.
coming जो और हमारा जो सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट के बारे में बोलना है तो बहुत अच्छा है सर. वाई? बिकॉज शेयरिंग विथ नाइस इस कॉन्सेप्ट सर. वाई? बिकॉज सर आप स्पीकर का ज्वाइन होता क्या, आप ज्वाइन हो जाइए ऐसा बोल के आपको लिंक मिला, कोई नहीं पूछता सर. इज आवर great secretarial department, sir, for the great company, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a good day, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gola. I think moderator, I think we've sort of completed all the shareholders and tried our best to get hold of all those who could not connect. I'm going to attempt to answer some of the questions. Mr. Arun, Dr. Arun Kumar Bopanna, you asked how Voltas will face the price war with Amazon and Flipkart. We do a substantial amount of business through both Amazon and Flipkart. And we are now going to be in the process of launching our own Voltas.com. It's frozen. Sorry. So we do participate aggressively in the e-commerce space as well, and we don't see a problem continuing to do so. You spoke about advanced storage batteries. We don't have any plans currently to do that. And this is a general comment, we're very proud of the progress that we've made in Voltas Beko in addressing the white goods sector. This is a huge opportunity for Voltas, and the company needs to concentrate and do its best efforts in gaining market share and expanding its range and expanding its customer base in the white goods sector. Adil Polad Irani, you asked why the AGM at the end of August. I accept your criticism, and next year we will bring it forward to June, latest July. You spoke of a payout of 29%. You said, why not more? You will appreciate that these are uncertain times. Both last financial year and this financial year have both been affected by COVID. And unfortunately for the air conditioning industry as a whole, both the lockdown periods have come at a time of maximum sale. As you know, air conditioners are a very seasonal product with a lot of the sales happening in the summer months. And unfortunately, both last year and this year, 21 and 22, we've had a series of lockdowns that's affected all the air conditioning manufacturers. So we have been prudent in our payout ratios this year, and we'll certainly consider a higher payout ratio when we have more stability. You asked about discount coupons. I'm told shareholders can reach out to us and get discounts, which we give to our employees. I suggest you contact Mr. Malhotra or our secretarial department. Mr. Manjeet Singh, you spoke of the year of launch, 1954. We will look at this. You spoke about R&D budget and the next 3 years' plans. In addition to the opportunity that I just spoke about on Voltbek, the government of India is also encouraging companies such as Voltas to go into large-scale made-in-India manufacturing. So during the next 2 years, there will be substantial investments in an air conditioning plant in the south of India to manufacture 1.5 million room air conditioners. We're also expanding our facility in Baroda to expand our commercial refrigeration business, which is running at full capacity at the moment. So we have big investment plans for Voltas. In Voltbek, as I mentioned in the chairman's statement, we're expanding our facility at Sanand to make washing machines and dishwashers, and also expanding the refrigeration capacity. So we have big plans for the next 2 or 3 years. You asked about the Haryana government. Yes, apparently we have entered into a partnership with the Haryana government. You spoke, and several people spoke about Voltas galleries. Indeed, we have already embarked on exclusive Voltas and Voltbek showrooms. These are showrooms of a high standard across the country. I believe we have about 40 such showrooms, 190 such showrooms already existing, and I'm told that a new one will be coming up in Mumbai as well during the next 2 or 3 months. and that's certainly something we will be expanding. There was a mail, the next one was Kirti Shah. You sent us an email and we have replied to you on that one. The next shareholder was Mr. Vinod Agarwal. You spoke about Voltas, Beko, all under one roof. I've just responded to you. You asked when the 6,600 crores of order bookings would be completed. Domestic projects will take between 18 to 24 months. Large international projects sometimes take up to 3 years to complete. You asked about our market share in room ACs. It's running at 26.7% in June 21, and we are market leaders in room ACs in India. Mr. Anil Parekh, you spoke about a physical meeting and said you would like one to be done again as soon as things come to normal. And yes, certainly we will do it as soon as possible. You spoke about your happiness with the dividend. Thank you. You asked about an exclusive gallery. I've already responded to that. You spoke about products manufactured at Sanand. We do refrigerators at Sanand, and now we will start doing washing machines and dishwashers as well. Mr. Gautam Tiwari, thank you for your good wishes and your comments on the the service of the secretarial department. You spoke about the decline in the AC business, and as I've just mentioned, it is unfortunate for the whole air conditioning industry in India that the lockdowns of last year and this year were predominantly around March to June, which is the peak selling season when nearly half the ACs of the year are sold. And therefore, the effect on the air conditioning business due to the pandemic was substantial. In spite of that, I think the company has done well to maintain as high a share as possible. You asked about our competitors. They are LG, Blue Star, Daikin, Hitachi, Samsung, and Lloyd. You asked about market share. Market share is between 24 and 26%, depending on the time of the year. You asked about how many casualties we had. We had 7 casualties in the company due to COVID. 2 were last year and 5 this year. You asked about how many cases we've had. We've had 1,328 employees who were impacted and 1,321 recovered. Ms. Patel, all I can say is that the registration is on the first come, first served basis. We have no interest in putting somebody at the back of the queue. To us, we have to answer all the shareholders as we can. And thank you for your good wishes. You spoke about UV lamps. I would refer you to page 41 of the annual report, which gives the product features. Also to tell you that some of our split ACs and ductable ACs already have UV filters fitted in them. Mr. Tamal Kumar Majumdar, you asked about our expectation for the remaining part of the year. This is a difficult question. We're not sure whether we should expect a third wave of COVID. Already the second quarter is running better, and the first quarter was certainly much better than last year, as I've explained in the chairman's statement. You asked how our digital platforms are doing. I think I've already answered that. We are already on Flipkart and on Amazon, and we will continue to follow our customers. If they choose to shop digitally, we will be there for them, and we will also be starting our own Voltas.com shortly. You asked about the advertising decrease. I think if you look at most balance sheets for last year and this year, you will find that companies have cut back their advertising budgets. And this is all due to the COVID situation, where companies were trying to sort of curtail expenditure and preserve resources, as we didn't know how long the COVID situation would last. But I think the long-term effect is that more and more advertising due to the pandemic has moved on to digital, through digital medium, and that might not change. That might be a permanent reversal, but time will tell. You spoke about bad debts. I think in our case, it's conservative accounting policy in line with the COVID situation and the stress in the channel. Sorry? And we have an ECL policy to book these delayed payments as and when they happen. You spoke about the rationale of transfer of Universal. As I mentioned, there are huge opportunities in both the the AC business as well as the Voltbek business, and we wanted to have a focus in Voltas on these two businesses, whilst at the same time being able to focus on the projects business, and that's why we've separated the two. As you know, both businesses are very, very different from each other. One is a consumer business, one is a really B2B business, and therefore we believe this is the best interest of the company. You spoke about Voltas House and the extension. Voltas House is actually in Ballard Estate area of Mumbai, and this, as you know, is owned by BPT. I don't believe BPT has extended leases for anybody. So if you want to know why, maybe you should contact the BPT organization. You spoke about the installation of ACs at different prices. We will certainly look into that. Ms. Lekha Shah, you asked whether there was been an impact on the second phase. Yes, there has been an impact, but it's not been as severe as last year. You spoke about work from home. We are doing work from home with the flexibility of attending office, but hopefully this will come to an end in the next month or two, and we will have more and more employees coming back to the office. You asked about employees affected by COVID. 1,328, as I said, was effective, were affected. And Mr. Dinesh Bhatia, thank you for your good wishes. You had no questions. Mr. Ramesh Shankar Gola, you spoke about Voltas offering better quality products. We are proud of the quality of products that we make. Our quality has indeed helped us to become market leaders in room air conditioners. And you spoke also about pricing. I need to tell you that commodity prices have really been shooting up over the last 6 months, and it will, the company will be unable to hold its prices and will be looking at increasing its prices to at least cover up some part of the increase in commodity prices. You asked for the reasons for degrowth. I've already indicated that the degrowth was really due to COVID and nothing else. I hope I've answered most of your questions. In case any of your questions have remained unanswered, you can send a request or speak to the company secretarial team. We will be happy to respond to you at the earliest. I would now authorize the company secretary to conduct the voting procedure and conclude the meeting. Messrs. N.L. Bhatia and Associates, practicing company secretaries, have been appointed as scrutinizer for this meeting. I also authorize the company secretary to accept, acknowledge, and countersign the scrutinizer's report and declare the consolidated voting results on receipt of the scrutinizer's report. The e-voting facility will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable the shareholders to cast their votes. Results will be announced within 2 working days of the conclusion of this meeting, and the same would be intimated to the stock exchanges thereafter. I thank all the shareholders for attending this meeting and for their continued support to the company. With your consent, I and the board members would like to leave this meeting. Thank you very much.
Good evening, shareholders. The e-voting facility was kept open for 15 minutes as mentioned by the chairman. We now close the e-voting. The requisite quorum was present throughout the meeting. The results of the annual general meeting will be announced by the company on or before 31st August 2021. With this, I declare the meeting as concluded. Thank you.